We now head to the Ashanti region where after 400 wooden structures were consumed by fire, the largest slum in that very region, the fire service is yet to unravel the cause of the disaster. Residents of Dagomba Line are already up building their homes, and you have some shots here, and Evan Tinkum is joining us live shortly to give us some updates on that very situation in the Ashanti region.
Structures were lowered to ashes, and we understand that about 723 persons are now displaced. I will be speaking to the Deputy Chief Fire Officer for the Ashanti region, Mr. Kweku Semako. He will be taking us through what the fire service has been doing ever since that particular inferno happened sometime last week. But let me speak to Madam Salifu. Madam Salifu is one of the leaders here at Dagomba Line, and they are actually quickly restoring life here. Madam, last week na amuhasi shiye, but ni expectation ka mo be ma kwana company fire adwuma kakra, but I say they say mo bomb structures no.
No correct. The ma ebo adena say e share no bia ni bibia woni to be ni se be yere e beto nse ma se obia edabontin nse hono aja ekotwa ma ohini say so o kwa ma yamba ade na se be twen se mpenfo ba no kwa be de on ba bre no ma kwa say insase ngajuma no.
All right, thank you so much. So I asked Madam, why have they not allowed, at least we were expecting the area to have been cordoned off to allow investigators conduct forensics and then arrive at the real cause of the fire disaster, but he just told me that they have no place to lay their heads if they should move from here. But let me speak to the Deputy Chief Fire Officer, Mr. Kweku Semako. Sir, I was expecting a restricted area, but if you can see from behind, I mean, they are busily nailing their plywoods and what have you, mounting their structures. Why?
Yeah, you know, like he rightly said, that should have been the ideal situation. But here's a case where they don't have a place to sleep. So quickly they have to, you know, regroup and then start reconstructing their structures. Even this thing started on the day, you know, that's the second day after the fire, you know, occurred. When we came here for the next reassessment, they were quickly, you know, trying to put up their structures.
And that means you're going to have some bit of a difficulty in your investigation matters. But I'll be coming to you. But in case you're watching us live from anywhere, we are live from Dagomba Line. Sometime last week, this whole area was engulfed in flames. And I'm speaking to the Deputy Chief Fire Officer. So what have you been able to arrive at? Because last January, exactly 9th of January, recorded similar incidents, and now we have another fire disaster. What have you been able to unravel?
Yes, Evans, actually, you know, just this year, it was exactly this year, 9th of January to precise, when we had the fire here. And our investigations pointed to electrical fire. So we concluded on electricals. Okay,
now let's pause on there. Electrical fire, you concluded on electrical fire. Have you been able to unravel the mystery behind this one too?
Yes, this one we are still conducting our investigation, but then when we are able to establish the real cause, then it is either going to affirm our earlier investigation or find it, or otherwise.
You are an expert in this field. Should we expect something different? I'm talking about the cause of fire. Last time it was fire. Now I can also see a number of combustible materials here. Should we expect something different from a fractured cable that might have caused this particular inferno?
Yes, like I said, even if we should establish an electrical fire as the cause, we need to actually get to the bottom, whether it's a fractured electrical cable or coming out from any of the rooms or from a meter. So we need to actually establish that.
We want to establish one thing here. Now, with all these things, will that affect your investigations?
Certainly yes. Certainly yes. Certainly yes. Because as you can see, you know, most of the structures are about 90% or 80% complete. And again, they have not left a place for the fire engines to have access to. You know, the last time when we were fighting the fire here, you could see that gaining access to this place was a real problem.
I can see there is actually no spaces.
Yeah, so we had to position the fire appliance somewhere and then start laying our hoses. So, for instance, from the southern end, we laid about 3 lengths of hoses.